Smells like harmless phosphorescence. Hello, everyone. This is Communist Party Boy Thoreau Smiley. Who's joining me this week?
I'm Josh CC, and I'm a Marvel poser.
I'm happy to be back on Bioguman Pheasants. I'm Brian Lesh.
And I'm Alaric Weber, here to talk about fallopian tubes.
Yes. Welcome to our hysterectomy podcast.
Yeah.
This is Harmless Phosphorescence. I promise we will not discuss. These four dudes will not talk about fallopian tubes anymore today. That is my guarantee. This is the podcast.
Really?
Oh shit! All right, I'm gonna dip out for a while, guys.
Challenging.
That sounds like a challenge.
Yep.
This is the podcast.
You daring me?
Where we watch every theatrically released full-length live-action superhero movie ever made. We gather some research into the production and the source material, then we tell you all about it. This show is brought to you by patrons. Patrons like executive producers Atticus Burkett and Michael Beckwith. You could be a patron too. Go to patreon.com/harmlessentertainment. We got a lot of bonus podcasts there. There's like a bunch. It's $1 a month. Just go do it. There's no reason not to.
We just did a Big Trouble in Little China with longtime friend of the show, Jerry Wagner.
Yeah.
Look for that on Patreon. Worth joining on its own.
Absolutely. If you want a little J-Wag, get yourself up in there. That's what I always say.
Wang.
Would you? Can you say it again, though?
If you want a little J-Wag, get yourself up in there.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it was your book quote.
This
That makes
week,
no sense.
no, like big dog for midterms.
That's my new morning alarm sound. So
To the extreme.
This week on Harmless Phosphorescence, we're watching Black Widow.
I tell people my sister moved out west. You're a science teacher. Your husband, he renovates houses. You're thinking about moving, but you're gonna wait until the interest rates go down.
That's not my story. Before I was an Avenger, I made mistakes. And a lot of enemies.
He's called Science Taskmaster. He controls the Red Room. They're manipulated, fully conscious, but no choices.
I should have come back for you. How many others are there?
Enough.
We have to go back to where it all started. So they never do that to anyone again.
We're a family. We fight with you.
You won't win.
I've always found it best not to look into the past.
Okay, you got a plan, or shall I just stay duck and cover?
My plan was to drive us away.
Well, your plan sucks.
At some point, we all have to choose between what the world wants you to be and who you are. I made my choice. I'm done running. Here's what's gonna happen.
Natasha, don't slouch.
I'm not slouching.
You're going to get a back hunch.
Listen to your mother.
Oh my God, this.
Up.
All
Listen.
right, enough, all of you.
I didn't say anything. That's not fair.
Black Widow. Despite what that trailer said, was not released May of 2020. It was, in fact, released July 9th, 2021. A full 14 months later. I wonder why that happened. It had a running time of 134 minutes. It cost $200
It
million.
happened because everybody's grandma refused to wear a mask.
Yes.
Let's face it.
It happened because they'd rather eat a horse dewormer than
The paste.
ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's let's see. It cost $200 million. It was released in the box office. It made $379 million at the box office. Decent showing for summer 21. And it was released same day and date. Disney Plus Premier Access. They released their numbers. It made $125 million on Disney Plus. It got 20.
They released the numbers on that.
Yeah, it got my $20.
Yeah, same.
Same.
Yeah,
They will continue. I have surrendered to the mouse a long time ago.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So it was it made its money back. It was not they managed to make this profitable.
I went in thinking I wasn't going to like it. I felt the same way about the Hawkeye series, and both of them not only changed my mind, but I really liked them. I like this movie.
I think it's a good movie that should have come out 5 years earlier.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if this movie had come
I'll
out
concede that for sure.
when it should have, it would have
When it
been
should have.
incredible.
Yeah, people would have been like, "Oh my God, Black Widow, it's amazing." But
I like its timeline order,
Yeah.
but yeah, waiting screwed a lot of things up.
I
They
mean,
would have had to have rethunk the end credit scene, but that's about it.
yeah, of course,
Got it.
That's the only thing that
yeah.
that would have changed.
It would have been great as the next movie after Civil War. It really would have been.
Yes.
Well, and
Yeah.
we could get there, but like a post-credit scene would be her getting the team back together because that's what she says at the end.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Speaking of the box office and its release date, I think it's time we play the box office top 10 game. This is the game where I will describe the movies released July 9th, 2021 into theaters. The fellas here are going to try to guess what movies those are. You guys ready to play the box office top 10 game?
Gay. 5 stars.
Oh, we'll get to the reviews.
Doladna.
So,
What, Al?
Doladna.
so when looking through Box Office Mojo,
Some Russian.
I was almost expecting The Croods 2 to still be up here because
Out of context sentences that rule.
they were.
Okay.
Croods 2 was hitting number 1 as late as March 2021.
Yes, there was a global pandemic.
Like, it
Years
was.
from now, like, how do we know? The crew.
no, it's Crude's fever.
That's all. That was the spreader.
It was in the top 10.
Rallies.
It was in the top 10 through May. So
The crews too spread COVID more than.
spread COVID more than, yeah.
In our
a lot of
opinion.
things. In our opinion. Our data is starting to track, starting to skew this way, rather.
I don't want to get sued by the Crudes.
Not the makers of the Croods, but the Croods themselves.
The crews themselves. One of them is our hero, Nick Cage. That would be devastating.
Yeah.
Unless they all had to appear as crews in court.
Prudes v. Lesh.
Crews v.
It's- I need a good attorney.
A goddamn good one. A troglodyte release.
You need to get Frozen Caveman attorney.
Yes, unfrozen caveman lawyer. Yes.
That's exactly who you need.
I'm just a simple caveman. I think there's little people living inside your TV boxes. But one
I'm
thing
confused by this flying machine. Now I have another doers and rocks, baby.
But one thing I do know is that the jury must find my client innocent. Here we go. We're going to jump into the box office top 10. The number 10 movie of the week. A couple investigate a murder that may be linked to a demonic possession.
Crudes.
Conjuring, still Conjuring.
It is a Conjuring. Any idea which one?
This is the one that went to HBO.
Conjure me this.
Day and date on HBO Max, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
It's the third one.
I have no idea. I have no idea how many they made.
look who's conjuring now.
Basically, it's The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It.
That sounds like a porno spoof of it.
No, the spoof would be The Devil Made Me Do Her.
Yeah, that is true.
At number 9 at the box office, a stripper embarks on a wild road trip to Florida.
That's just a fact.
This, I don't know. I might have to check this out. It's an A24.
Dang it. I remember this one.
It's
Hearing about it on
it's just a person's
NPR.
name. One first name.
Dave.
Yes, the stripper is named Dave.
I wish. Misty?
No, it's
Mandy. Brandy. Cinnamon.
It's called Zola.
Fantasia. The other Fantasia.
Yeah.
Michael with a B.
Curvassier. Yeah, it's called Zola.
Okay, so
Number 8. Okay. Thomas and Bee are now married and living with Peter and his family. Bored of his life, Peter goes to the big city where he meets shady characters and ends up creating chaos for the whole family.
Smurfs 2?
No. But it
seems like
It's
something.
not Peter Smurf?
No, it is a 2 though.
Peter's.
It's a sequel. Peter Smurf.
Yeah, because they all indicate their character traits. Except for him.
It is a CGI movie. It is a number 2.
Is it The Croods too?
No, I wish. I wish.
Is it
It's based on a book series,
Peter?
a popular book series for children.
Bridge
Older-
to Terabithia. I don't know.
It's
Peter Jackson?
Peter Jackson.
I mean Percy Jackson. No, that's Percy.
Peter Rabbit?
Yes.
Oh, Peter Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway.
I'm sure Beatrice Potter
Peter
wrote that.
Jackson.
Runaway.
It's like, hey, mate.
This is a CGI version of Peter Jackson.
He's like, I'm
Sorry.
off to direct a Lord of the Rings movie.
Good on you. It's going to take half my life.
At number 7. Okay. Michael continues his friendship with Darius as they try to save Darius's wife, Sonia.
Glad they stuck together.
Saving
This
my
is-
marriage.
This is apparently also
guess.
a sequel. It's starring Samuel L. Jackson, Ryan Reynolds, Selma Hayek, Antonio Banderas, and Morgan Freeman.
The Hitman's Bodyguard.
Not The Hitman's Bodyguard. It's the sequel to The Hitman's Bodyguard.
The Hitman's
two.
bodyguard's wife.
The Hitman's wife's bodyguard.
Oh, wife's bodyguard? Not
Yeah.
the bodyguard's wife. Okay.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of those movies. They look,
No, I don't
they
have
look
that.
fine. That's how I feel about action movies now. Like, yeah, that looks fine.
Yeah.
It's not like it used to be. Like action movies, I used to be like, yeah, Die Hard. Let's die harder. Let's do it. But now it's kind of like, that looks fine.
Yeah, they're still fighting.
It's never been the same since The Last Action Hero.
It's true.
That was the end. I know. After Liam Neeson just kept having things taken, I'm like, I think you're the problem, Liam.
So I'm gonna just leave out.
Anyone? Sorry.
Okay, all right. At number 6, I'm just gonna leave out the second half of the sentence. A live-action prequel feature film. It is exactly that. It was another day and date one. It was kind of part of I don't know if you can call it a franchise. There's a number of films and both live action and cartoon made starring with this IP. It is Disney.
Pinocchio?
No. Thank
But
God.
it wasn't like one of those kind of things?
Yeah. I mean,
Adaptation
kinda.
of a fairy tale?
No, it was not
No?
an adaptation of a fairy tale, but it is Disney. Let's see, the main character has in the past been played by not Meryl Streep, but the other one.
Glenn Close?
Glenn Close, thank you. How'd you know that's what I meant, Al?
Is this
The other Meryl
Go
Streep. That's
Glenn Close.
that's all you have to say.
Yeah.
Glenn Close, yeah. This is the Emma Stone Cruella movie?
Yeah, Cruella.
Yeah.
Cruella.
Cute.
Yeah. I'm sure it was fine. Emma Stone's always cute. At number 5.
Well, these characters are two-dimensional. I love when they complain.
Right.
The fish is a different color. Like, she's not Hamlet, which could be any color, but it's like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, well, yeah, the thing with The Little Mermaid, everyone's so upset about Ariel. Well, certain people are so upset about Ariel. No one's talking about what they did to Flounder. They butchered that
I
character.
saw
I haven't
that
looked at
picture
it.
the other day. It was terrifying.
What the fuck did they do to that fish?
Yeah.
They fry him up and
No, you got to look at it on the internet, man.
That's CG.
It is
man.
haunting.
Yeah.
I hope it all takes place under the Pacific Garbage Patch. That's what should be upsetting you. Okay, so this was what did you? Oh, Cruella.
Yeah. And at number
turn her
5 at the box office top 10, following the events at home, a family now face the outside world, forced to venture into the unknown. They realize that there's many threats. I had to
Going outside. The movie.
Is
kind
this
of
the one with the pants with the Spider-Man and Star-Lord?
the Spider-Man of the traveling pants.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by that movie.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean,
There was a movie where the
Oh!
dad is the pants.
Yeah.
and then he's
No. That
the top half of the body or whatever.
no, it's not that. This is a sequel.
what is that?
It was the fairy tale one where they're like elves and it's Tom Holland and Chris Pratt. It was
Okay,
a
thank
Pixar.
you.
It was a Pixar.
Thank you. I know what you mean now.
This is a sequel. It's a horror franchise.
What's the
And every time I see it, I always I'll have to tell you afterwards, otherwise that'll give it away. It is directed by an ex-sitcom star who everybody kind of likes.
Raymond?
No.
Everyone definitely likes that shit.
No.
Ron Howard.
No, not
No?
Ron Howard.
That's a great guess, too.
A more modern one. It's
sitcom star.
he was a sitcom star, yes.
Is this a Kirk Cameron movie about Jesus and stuff?
No. A
Did
sitcom,
Roger Karn
a
from Home
popular
Improvement
sitcom that I
movie?
think we all generally like.
Is it Corn Talk with Karn?
No. This is it's about a place without much noise.
Oh, Krasinski, The Quiet Place.
Quiet Place?
2.
Quiet Place Part 2. Every time I see it for a split second, I'm like, all quiet on the Western Front Part 2.
Wait, they did a
Yeah,
part
same
2?
premise.
What's that?
Yeah, they were still quiet.
Yeah.
They did a part 2.
Even quieter.
I saw an interesting meme. It's like, why didn't they just live under or by a waterfall?
Hmm. Yeah.
And they could whisper to each other at least.
Yeah. The Quiet Place
Was-
Part 2. Shh.
Was it one of you
Double
guys? I
shush.
can't remember. Was it one of you guys that watched like the first 40 minutes of The Quiet Place on mute and didn't realize?
I think that sounds like
It
It
was-
sounds like something I would have done.
Yeah,
I
it was-
think that might have been
Oh.
me,
Uh,
actually.
I think.
maybe it was somebody else. Anyway.
No,
No, I
that-
feel like I remember being confused, even
Yeah.
though I knew that was the name of the movie. Like, it's really quiet. Seems like something I'd say or do, but yeah.
At number 4, all the rules are broken as a sect of lawless marauders decide to not stop marauding at daybreak.
Oh, I know. The Forever Purge.
Yes.
But
At
by her-
sales. At sales.
Yes. Hit her, the Forever Purge. That's a fucked up movie. They're all dumb, but that's fucked up.
Yeah.
They're hunting migrants.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's why they don't stop the purge.
Do those people get killed at the end though? The bad people that are hunting the migrants, or is it like
Usually, I think it was Jason Voorhees' mom at the end, but point being,
it was the Purge's mom in the first one.
Yeah, Brian. I mean, yes, the migrants are the protagonists. Absolutely. But that's why the purge didn't end because Texas didn't, just like Juneteenth, they just didn't get word yet.
Oh, yeah.
Assholes.
Okay. So at number 2 this week, the Templeton brothers have become adults and drifted away from each other. But they're brought back together to inspire for a new family business.
Family business. No, that's not what it's called. But
the Templeton twins.
This is also a sequel.
What? Oh yeah, because we're supposed to know who they are, right? Because they came back together.
Yeah, they came back together. The plot to this is actually insane, but I'll talk about it after we guess the movie.
Is the business magic related?
Kind of. It's insane. I mean, this franchise is insane. It makes no sense. I don't understand it.
Okay, I don't know.
The first one starred Tobey Maguire. He did not come back for the second. Alec Baldwin is in there.
What?
It's day and date in theaters and on Peacock. It's a DreamWorks animated film.
Oh, is this those like Guardians? They're like holiday characters or something?
No. That's
all right.
That would be so much better. So much better than what this is.
Did you call the cops on me? All right.
This is The Boss Baby 2. Family business.
Oh shit! They took a screensaver and made 2 movies.
So this.
Oh fuck!
So the premise of The Boss Baby 2 is that the original Boss Baby grew up, and so he comes back. Him and his brother come back and to home, and the new Boss Baby de-ages them and turns them back into babies so that they can go be in the baby boss business factory.
And I think that Amy Sedaris is a bitch boss, lady boss.
Sure. I don't know.
Is the baby from Boss Baby a product, like a robot?
No, there is an actual baby. He's a baby.
Oh.
Just a baby who's
When
also
you said
a boss.
Boss Baby Factory, I thought they were making more Boss Babies.
Well, I don't know what
they
he
have some
just
sort
does
of
business.
They have some sort of Boss Baby business. In fact, I don't know what they do, but they do some sort of business.
There are 2 of them, which means they're a series. We could do that.
Boss Baby. Yeah. Do you love bosses? No. Do you love babies? Not really. We've got the movie for you.
Right. That was number 3, actually. At number 2, the crew must take on an international terrorist who turns out to be a hero's estranged brother.
Why are they always international? Why not? It's just like, this guy's from Iowa.
You are muted, Brian.
Just thinking out loud.
That's the best way.
Brother.
This is a series that we will probably be doing.
Is this Fast and the Furious
number
9?
Number 9. Yes. It is F9, the Fast
They transform
saga.
into robots at one point, right? If we watch all these movies, there's got to be a payout.
Those are in the same universe, I assume.
I assume so. I mean,
after 9 movies, they could be in any universe.
They started out as
something after.
They started out as car thieves, and in the newest one, they're going to space. I don't know what the fuck this series is.
The first 2 I enjoyed. Yeah, I like cars and car movies.
But again, the fans of the series say it doesn't get going till the 5th movie.
I know. Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Wow. Yeah, aren't they stealing CD players in the first one? I still have never seen any of those movies.
I only
I'm
saw the
saving
first one. I only ever saw the first one. So
Yeah, they're badass street racers, and they soup up cars in their chop shops, and they're kind of criminals, but they're kind of not.
the first one is just car racing Point Break.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I can
again,
dig that.
if you like cars at all and car shots, then the first couple are good. Yeah, then it just gets crazy.
Yeah.
I think Tokyo Drift looked good, but I can't remember if I saw
Oh,
it.
and apparently the timeline's insane because apparently Tokyo Drift takes place after like several of the ones that come later on.
See, these are movies where it's just like I'm on my phone when they're talking and I'm watching the car scenes.
And the number one movie, Natasha Romanoff confronts the darker parts of her ledger when a dangerous conspiracy with ties to her past arises. That's right. It is the woman whose husband is dead Spider movie.
Paso muerto.
Interesting that the Ledger line made it into the
Yes.
promo for it because
Yeah.
that's one of her like defining characteristics.
I was
in
going to say they
Avengers.
made two necessary jokes. That pose that Black Widow always does because she has no other real pose, and then the Ledger joke.
Those
They-
were
they
great.
had-
I
they
very
had
much
to address those.
I very much enjoyed the deconstructing of her specific character tropes. It was fun.
Yes.
Yeah. That brings us to the character and comic book background, Mr. Professor Weber. Will you please
Hi.
tell us what we need to
Esquire.
know about Black Widow and her associated characters?
Real quick, since Josh brought it up, and before I forget, it was the whole posing thing in the movie was something that Florence Pugh did off screen.
Oh, awesome.
And then the director decided to bring it in because it was so funny.
That is awesome.
That's awesome because I love her.
I love Florence Pugh, and she is the breakout of this movie. Absolutely. And
that's one of the
Hawkeye
funniest jokes.
Yeah.
series. Yeah.
Yeah. Running gag.
Well, because you know why she said it to her? Because she found out that if you landed like that, you would break bones. From the,
Yeah.
like the physics.
It's
of it.
very
like, yeah,
impractical. Yeah.
yeah. Like if you're
It's
a
like,
regular
and then the
person-
hair.
Yeah.
What's with the hair? She says it in such a little sister, like that is dumb. Like it's a non sequitur. They're in that little shop buying things. And it's like a little sister making fun of you. It's gorgeous. I'm so glad she made it up.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure that I had saved an extensive look into the Black Widow for this movie because we knew it was upcoming, and she's only previously appeared in large ensemble movies.
I thought you were gonna say has only previously appeared in 12 movies.
In every other one. Except for Cat.
But okay, so the Black Widow, Natalia Alyanovna, Natasha Romanova.
That's a name.
Natasha is the familiar version of Natalia, I suppose.
I'm
She goes by Natasha with the Y, but it's not where you
Yeah.
think.
and I point out Romanova rather than Romanov because Romanov is the masculine version of a Russian surname, while Romanova would be the feminine version.
Wait. Do they have gendered last names?
They do.
I did not know that. Much like the Icelandic people, except theirs are daughter or,
I'm not here to learn, guys. That's
I know exactly. The Icelandic. There's like 30 of them.
Created by Stan Lee, Don Rico, and Don Heck, the character of Black Widow debuted in Tales of Suspense number 52 in April of 1964. Introduced as a Russian spy and antagonist of Iron Man. She encounters Iron Man during an assassination attempt against the original Crimson Dynamo, Professor Anton Vanko. At this point, she is uncostumed, appearing in evening wear and a veil.
yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Five
That was Iron
issues
Man's
later,
debut. As well.
5 issues later, Natasha recruits pre-superhero Hawkeye to her cause. Pre-superhero.
He had applied. His paperwork hadn't gone through HR yet.
I'm still in my first 90 days. I don't get health care yet.
Recall that Hawkeye started out as a carny and a criminal.
Yep.
What's a carny?
I'll
Always
never
a carny,
forget.
though.
Little hands.
Little hands. Smell like cabbage.
Natasha's government later provides her first Black Widow costume, which appears to be a strapless black one-piece bathing suit with fishnet or webbed stockings and arm coverings, a half cape, and stylized domino mask.
That's what the Russians gave her eventually.
Yeah. She was showing a lot of skin.
in the warm climes of Moscow.
As well as her high-tech weaponry, including a pair of wrist-mounted energy weapons dubbed her Widow's Bite. Romanova would eventually defect to the United States, in part because of her love for Hawkeye, and she would become an
I
ally
thought you were
of
going
the
to say
Avengers.
hockey.
No, that's Canada, dude.
I know.
Love
that's
hockey,
right.
you defect to Canada.
And if
I
you love
know.
Hawkeye, you defect to, I don't know.
United States. No, to Ohio. They're the Hawkeyes, right? No, they're the Jayhawks.
Okay, the answer is nobody loves Hawkeye.
He's a pre-Avenger.
She would become an ally of the Avengers before officially becoming its 16th member many years later.
She played bass.
Black Widow's look would be updated in 1970 by John Romita. Her short black hair was replaced by shoulder-length red hair, and she donned a skin-tight black costume with wristbands that fired spider threads.
Like now that it's the swinging 70s.
Romita's awesome.
And that was based on an old character, Miss Fury, from the Golden Age, who looked a lot like modern age Catwoman, sort of the skin-tight suit, cat mask, and a cat tail. But the John Romita cited Miss Fury as the inspiration for Black Widow. Took off the mask, took away the tail, just left the skin-tight black suit.
Like, this character needs no cat.
Black Widow had her first solo series in Amazing Adventures, numbers 1 through 8. August of 1970 to September of 71, sharing the split book with the Inhumans. Immediately after, Black Widow co-starred in Daredevil, numbers 81 through 124, November of 71 to August 75. Issues 92 through 107 were cover titled Daredevil and the Black Widow. After being phased out of the Daredevil storyline, Widow became leader of superhero team The Champions for 17 issues.
Was their leader Freddie Mercury?
It was not.
Damn it.
No, it was Black Widow. Their leader was Black Widow.
Well, good.
For just a little while.
No,
Got
I get your
voted out,
joke. I raised
sounds
my hand. I get your joke. Throughout the 80s and the 90s, Widow appeared frequently as both an Avengers member and a freelance agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Black Widow would continue to appear in many guest spots in self-titled series up to present. Romanova's backstory was retconned in 2004, originally simply an orphan of the Battle of Stalingrad in 1942, raised by surrogate father Ivan Petrovich, and becoming a Soviet spy for love of the motherland. It was revealed that Natasha was raised from very early childhood in the USSR's Black Widow Ops program. Trained in combat and espionage at the covert Red Room facilities, she is bio and psychotechnologically enhanced, explaining her unusually long and youthful lifespan.
Oh, maybe it's Maybelline.
During that time, she had some training and a short romance with the Winter Soldier.
Hello.
I believe I mentioned in a previous episode that Romanova was a gifted ballerina. It turns out that this was one of the many false memories implanted by the Black Widow Ops program.
Oh, man.
That sucks.
So she couldn't even dance.
She's like, I thought it was great. She's like,
They never played the song she knew.
Yeah.
They're all doing plies and she's doing the Macarena.
She's doing like the sprinkler, like
The chicken dance.
All right, moving on to Yelena Belova. She was the second modern age character to use the Black Widow name. She first appeared in Inhumans number 5, March of 1999, created by Devin Grayson and J.G. Jones. Yelena was trained as a spy and assassin in the Soviet Red Room. Originally sent to kill Natasha Romanova, the two later became allies.
Oh,
She has been
Gal
a member
pals.
of Gal Pals forever.
traveling pants.
She has been a member of S.H.I.E.L.D., Vanguard, and Hydra. Under Hydra, she was changed into a version of Super Adaptoid. Other notable aliases include White Widow, Crimson Widow, Pale Little Spider, and Ruskaya.
so many colors of widow. A rainbow of widows.
And Yelena Belova is the first confirmed asexual character in the Marvel Universe as of 2003.
I disagree. What does Man Thing get down with?
He loves the swamp, man.
He gets down with Woman Thing.
Fair enough. Captain Hand, of course.
Mother Earth. Just, it's like I said, he loves the swamp.
That's true. Swamp Thing. He's fucking tuber
Swamp Thing
eating.
fucks. All right.
Yeah. That's true. Wrong thing. Pardon.
Alexei Shostakov, the Red Guardian, created by Roy Thomas and John Buscema, first appeared in Avengers number 43, January of 1967. Alexei was the husband of Natasha Romanova. He was a test pilot and KGB agent before training as a Soviet counterpart to Captain America, known as the Red Guardian. While Black Widow became disillusioned with the KGB and defected, Alexei remained loyal and became more ruthless and vindictive. However, Alexei later died saving the lives of Natasha and his sworn enemy, Captain America.
Oh.
There would be 6 other characters to use the Red Guardian name.
Communists.
And then we have Melina Vostokova, aka Iron Maiden,
Oh, that's her. Okay.
created by Ralph Macchio. No, not that Ralph Macchio.
Ah,
Oh.
And George Perez. First appeared in Marvel Fanfare number 11, November of 1983. Most notably an enemy of Natasha Romanova, Black Widow. Iron Maiden is a master martial artist, assassin, spy, weapon expert, and horticulturist.
And a hell of a cook.
And she wears a lightweight but strong exoskeleton that enhances her strength and durability.
Mm. Where do I
This-
get one of them?
Big Five.
Men's Warehouse.
This movie also portrays Antonia Dreykov, a female version of Taskmaster from the comics. Taskmaster, the male version, was created by David Michelini and George Perez. Debuted in the Avengers number 195, May of 1980. Taskmaster, aka Anthony Masters. Now I caught that halfway through. Anthony versus Antonia. Anthony Masters possesses photographic reflexes that allow him to mimic any fighting style, but at the cost of his long and short-term memories.
I always liked that character. I always liked him aesthetically as well.
I think this is an interesting take on it. I know people were very upset, but I'm like,
I liked it to take. It worked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see where we go with
I
this.
mean, I think people just felt like they didn't like Taskmaster should have been like a bigger bad, not like a henchman of the big bad. But
I
But
heard
that's-
that the fact that she was a woman in the end.
well, I
was a
mean,
problem.
there's always going to be people with issues with that.
Yeah. But I think it was an interesting way to introduce the character and then make them. You can see there is a good side in the sense that they are now going with the good guys at the end.
Yeah, we're not. I don't think we've seen the last. I'm sure Taskmaster's in Thunderbolts, right? If not in the team, she'll probably be.
Yeah. I think that there is a lot that they can do with that character, and that actress is incredible. So she just was silent this whole movie.
Right. Who cares who's under the mask?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
and that was the sum total of our comic book history.
All right. Thank you, Professor Weber. That brings us to the production of the film itself. This movie has writing credits from Eric Pearson, Jack Schaefer, and Ned Benson. Eric Pearson, we've seen a lot of work from Eric. He has writing credits or uncredited rewrites on Ant-Man, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, Infinity War, Endgame, Pokemon, Godzilla vs. Kong. He writes a lot of big movies.
There's a workhorse.
Yeah. Ned Benson has a story by credit, which is he works with Jack Schaefer. Ned Benson is biggest claim to fame is that is Jessica Chastain's ex, and he made a movie called The Disappearance of Eleanor Rigby.
I thought that case was open and closed.
Yeah, it was open and shut case. Jack Schaefer also has a story by credit. She was the showrunner for WandaVision, and the upcoming Agatha Coven of Chaos, if you will.
Yeah. I have a question. Since you guys read the Reddit boards and stuff, is Henry Dean, is that his name, Harry or Henry Dean Morgan? Is he going to be Mephisto, or is Sacha Baron Cohen cast as Mephisto?
I don't think there's.
I've seen both.
I've seen a lot of rumors. I don't think I've seen anything that leads me to believe one thing over another at this point.
Oh, yeah. I thought I saw an official
But I think that the Sacha Baron Cohen thing was supposed to be pretty solid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Interesting.
It's been a while, but yeah.
I'm down with Sacha Baron Cohen. I mean, that's good casting.
It will be the craziest thing ever.
Yeah. I'm real down with that. Let's see. Yeah. And Jack Schaefer, she also has screenwriter credits on Captain Marvel, as well as Olaf's Frozen Adventure. Anyways,
I saw a funny thing. I was watching some of the press on this on YouTube, and Scarlett Johansson said that she came to Kevin Feige because he had asked her, well, what do you want to do? And she had this super esoteric head space kind of movie. He was like, I don't think I can do that. And then he pitched his movie to her, and she was like, I don't think I can do that. And they just both decided to go a completely different path. I thought that was funny that they started discussing it between the two of them, though. Like, what kind of movie do you want to make for yourself? That made for a fun, there's a lot of money on the line for something like that, just to start with that conversation.
It's crazy how all these movies do kind of start with that. We're artists. What is our artistic vision here? And
it's weird, but it was fun to see her be very happy with the whole process too. It seemed, whatever. She's probably talking to a dozen press interviewer people every 15 minutes. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. This was directed by Kate Shortland. She's probably best known for directing Somersault, which was kind of like a big festival hit in the mid 2000s. She's made a few. She made a bunch of indie movies. Not a bunch. She made a few indie movies, and then it's one of those things where they're like, "Hey, indie director, come direct our MCU movie. Don't worry about the action sequences. We'll take care of that." I haven't seen any of her. It
was well directed.
Yeah, no, it was good. I haven't seen any of her other films, so I don't really know what her voice is like. But
I mean, there's a lot of heavy subtext, but she handles it in a way that is not heavy or over your head.
Yeah. She's also directed 4 episodes of a TV show called Smilf, which I have to assume is about a Smurf I'd like to fuck.
When I was a kid, that's what it meant.
Our stars, of course, again, are Scarlett Johansson. We've discussed her numerous times on this show. Florence Pugh. This is our first time.
Pew pew.
This is our first time with Florence Pugh in this show. She's a British lady. She did a lot of British stuff, BBC, a lot of stage in London, a lot of Shakespeare.
Little Women.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And then, of course, yes, she probably came to most people's. Let's see, Midsummer is probably where she really came onto people's radar.
Yeah.
And she was in a horror movie, a B horror movie called, I think,
Malevolent,
which is Malevolent, which is really an interesting concept. It's about a brother and sister who are fake paranormal hunters who scam people into like cleansing their houses. They get scammed.
What?
It's actually pretty good for a B horror. It's not bad. She's just very watchable, man.
She is.
I don't mean that she's beautiful. She is beautiful, but has a watchable charisma.
She's got to think she has movie star quality, which not every big actor does, especially these days. But absolutely. She's currently in theaters for at least another 5 minutes. Don't Worry, Darling, which
I hear that's pretty good.
I
haven't watched it.
Yeah. I just know mostly about like the drama behind the scenes, so I don't even know.
Oh, I don't know any of that shit.
Throw us here for the hot goss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles. Hot goss. Anyways. Then let's see, David Harbour. We've talked about him a number of times. I think we last saw David Harbour on Hellboy.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, Hellboy.
Starring as Rick Mason, we've got O.T. Fagbenley. I don't know how to say the man's last name, and I apologize. Fagbenley. He is British. He plays. Yeah, he was Rick Mason. He's done mostly a lot of British TV. Olga Kurylenko as Taskmaster.
Oh, OT was the husband in Handmaid's Tale.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. So Olga Kurylenko as Taskmaster. She works a lot. She was in Quantum of... Oh, she was a Bond girl. Oh, the Quantum of Solace Bond girl. Okay.
Okay.
All right. She
was funny and sassy in that,
Yeah.
Classic Bond girl.
Yeah, absolutely. She was also in Terry Gilliam's The Man Who Killed Don Quixote, a movie which is the documentary about how he didn't make that movie was so much better than the actual movie.
Yeah, the documentary was crazy. It was sad. It was like was an act of God.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
Absolutely. But yeah, the actual film itself was kind of meh. I don't feel like Terry Gilliam is what he used to be.
Oh no. James Bond is all over this movie, so it was cool that they had a Bond chick in it.
Yeah,
it's Moonraker.
Yeah,
yeah,
and we see Moonraker in the movie. That's what she's watching, right?
Yep, that's what she's watching. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. William Hurt was back as Thaddeus Ross. Won't be going forward.
Well, and she definitely they wrote in a line to get them out of that with the how's your triple heart or your triple bypass? That's your third one or whatever.
Well, I don't.
Yeah.
Are they?
He's talked about this.
I don't. Are they gonna address it in universe? I was under the opinion Harrison Ford is just gonna straight up play the same character.
We'll see.
I think
but
he's just gonna play.
They'll probably just. That's why he looks different. Is because he
looked different.
Lots of surgery. I mean, that's true.
It's like
it's like this is not a Chadwick Boseman situation. Like, can we replace this monotone, angry old white guy?
And you know what everybody's going to say? what a significant upgrade.
Oh, absolutely. Harrison Ford
Yeah, I
over
think
William Hurt? Fuck yeah.
Well, especially if he's going to end up being Red Hulk,
Yeah,
So,
exactly. If I want
that Harrison
an
Ford
angry
shirt.
old man,
I just
that's
cannot-
the one I'm choosing.
I just cannot wait for talk show people to ask him about Red Hulk, and he's like, "What? Red what?
Yeah. I'm not Red Hulk.
Shut up."
What am I hearing?
Is Red Hulk gonna wear an earring? That's the real question.
Will Thunderbolt Ross?
I can't wait for him yelling, just mad, and they're gonna turn it into Hulk sounds.
Oh God, Harrison Ford. Yeah. So we got Ray Winstone as Dreykov. Ray Winstone's been around a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Been working since the 70s. Let's see. Oh, he was in Quadrophenia. I don't know if I knew that one.
He's been a badass in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Did he break out in Sexy Beast?
I
Was
feel
that-
like that's the one that I think
that
of first.
America noticed.
Yeah. But yeah, Sexy Beast, Cold Mountain. Oh my God. He played the beaver in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Weird.
Well,
Played
when I think
Beowulf.
Yeah, he was Beowulf
in that CGI one.
Yeah, that awful one. Oh, and speaking of Harrison Ford, he was in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Yeah. So yeah, Ray Winstone. Rachel Wise showing up as Melina Vostokov. Let's see. She's probably best known for the Mummy movies. Like that's
What was the Aronofsky movie? With,
it was
Hugh Jackman. That won some awards.
Yeah, The Fountain.
The Fountain.
That was like Aronofsky's version of like 2001, basically.
That movie was a trip.
Yeah,
She's worked steadily. Yeah,
she's in a ton of stuff. She's great. Yeah, she was
It
in.
was a name to get.
She was in the Bourne movies, or at least a couple of them, I think. She was in the Oz the Great and Powerful, which was Sam Raimi's last movie before Doctor Strange. Oof. And she was, of course, in The Deep Blue Sea. Not the one. Not the Rennie Harlan one.
Not the shark one.
Not the shark one. The
Damn, not the
2011
shark one?
Yeah.
The shark one's dope.
Yeah. The shark one's insane. Rennie Harlan, man.
I love it.
Recall that we saw her in Constantine.
Oh my God. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, she was in that.
She played twins. The twin that died and the twin that was the main protagonist after Constantine.
That's right. So as far as this movie's background, Lionsgate tried to make a Black Widow movie in 2004. It was supposed to be written by David Hayter. And nothing happened with that. He said he never felt comfortable finding the place for the movie to land. Then Emily Blunt was going to play Black Widow in Iron Man 2, and she was supposed to get a solo movie. But then, of course, she didn't, and ScarJo took it.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I love Emily Blunt, but I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah, me too.
But she got the freaking movie deal, and ScarJo didn't, right?
What movie do?
That they would give her a movie
Yeah.
going in.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
ScarJo.
right.
Yes. Yeah. Well, ScarJo didn't, but after Age of Ultron, Kevin Feige said they were going to make a Black Widow movie and then just didn't for 5 years.
I want to know more about him.
Right. Yeah.
Because he seems put together, but then sometimes he seems like at the end of She-Hulk, like or that he's George Lucas and makes decisions under the tranquilizer hazes.
Yeah. So it seems like they just spent like the second half of the tens just trying to figure out what it was supposed to be. Let's see, they met with a lot of people.
That makes me wonder if a lot of the like early not early 2000s, but like the 2000 late. What do we call them? Aughts to early teens.
Yeah.
I call them the aughts.
There were a lot of really good Black Widow one-offs, and her storyline was going super strong. I wonder how many of those were movie pitches.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, I wonder.
One of the pitches. So Jack Schaefer did pitch this version. Jessica Gao also pitched a version of this. She's the showrunner for She-Hulk. Her version was going to be like basically Grosse Point Blank. So it would have been Natasha like going to like
A reunion at the Red Room?
Yes. She would have been planted in a high school to assassinate a target when she was in high school. And then 20 years later, she goes to the high school reunion.
Oh, my God. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, it would have definitely been a lot lighter than the movie we got.
I think it would have been fun for them to make, and they probably would have pulled it off in some way.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a fun movie with a different character. And
If she hadn't just
what the
died,
fuck does that have to do with Black Widow? Like, we didn't.
That would have been
They
wild.
needed to give this character depth, and they did. But imagine if they just made it a joke. I mean, it's like ScarJo would be a joke all the way through Endgame.
Yeah, absolutely. They met with over 65 female directors, including Chloe Zhao, Ama Asante. Like, just apparently they met with every female director. But they started production in October 2018 for a May 2020 release, and then the funniest thing happened. It didn't.
And you said, and we'll get it out of the way one last time. If it had come out after Civil War, it would have made perfect sense. And Al's right, the tacked on scene was totally tacked on. But other than that, so we have already established that they sat on it way too long.
Yeah.
They effectively used her corpse to announce a new movie.
Yeah,
yep,
exactly
what they did.
I guess I will mention.
So wait, is this an in memoriam movie?
Oh, kinda, yeah.
Of the Black Widow.
Should
pour out a little for Natasha.
Yes.
Since this is her first big screen appearance, I will go ahead and mention Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Contessa Valentino.
Yeah. Who was she did make her first MCU appearance in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We are now in movies which are in TV shows that we're not covering. But this was
she's
supposed
actually
to be.
in universe now too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But she was supposed to she was already in the MCU, but this is her first big screen appearance. It was supposed to be her first appearance, period. But we'll did you know that she was 28 years old when she started Seinfeld?
Wow.
I did know that, yeah.
Which is just insane because I don't know. Seinfeld 28 felt so much older than 28 feels now.
Yes. They all seemed so much older.
So that's about it for the background of the movie. You guys ready to jump into this thing?
At least not.
Jump out of it like a exploding airship.
Oh, wait, I nearly forgot. I almost always forget these reviews. So I do have a couple of reviews.
I bet.
A couple reviews from Letterboxd.
We already got Josh's.
Yeah. It has 79% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is good. So Frankie writes, shit, poop, ass, cum. Half a star.
Shit, poop.
They let him give half a star.
Shit, poop, ass, cum.
Yeah, I love when you don't know if they're pro or con what they're saying. Half star for the movie, but is that a good thing?
But also shit, poop, ass, cum. Like, I don't.
That's what I mean. Is that
I'm
good?
I'm surprised that stayed up. That's
Yeah, that sounds like a
free
12-year-old.
speech, I guess.
Yeah.
No.
Mostly 12-year-old, yeah.
And Jay Scalo writes, Natasha's a raging lesbian. 5 stars.
Oh, that's cool. A feminist twist on gay. 5 stars.
Does she like Taskmaster's moves?
Yeah, I guess. So our
raging
lesbian.
I feel like she's preoccupied with so many
like
things
Hulk
before
raging,
sex.
just like
I know they've tried to give her, sexy type situations, but she seems like a very serious person. I don't see her as a, hey, come up and see me sometime.
No.
I see her as a, if you ever fucking come up and see me sometime, I'll murder you.
The term raging lesbian just reminds me of one of my favorite internet videos. There's like this Karen trying to get into trying to cut the line at a nightclub, and the bouncer
Oh yes,
is pushing her away, and she like slaps the bouncer, so the bouncer punches her in the face, and she's like, "You're gonna go to jail for hitting a woman," and the bouncer goes,
"You hit a woman,"
and the bouncer goes, "I am a woman. I have a vagina.
I dress like a man."
Yes.
Wow.
It was just
and the
like,
sorority chick
just like
is
a big burly lesbian bouncer, and she's like,
the chick doesn't know how to process it.
Yeah,
she's like, how do I victimize myself now?
It was amazing. I just like that phrase though. I have a vagina.
She actually yells up a dyke first.
That's right. I'm a dyke. I'm a dyke.
Oh, you're right. Raging lesbian.
I loved it.
She's a dyke. She keeps stuff out.
I love that lady. She can come in.
You'd want a dyke for a bouncer. That's a good point.
So, all right, here we go. Jumping into it. This is Black Widow. We open with 2 sisters, 2 little girls playing in a suburban neighborhood in 1995.
Ohio.
Yep. Where apparently David Harbour. Look, if you want David Harbour to be put in Russian jail for his adopted daughter from Ohio.
Holy shit. I didn't even think of that.
That's the last Stranger Thing reference I'll make.
They have dinner with mom and dad. They're told by dad they're going on an adventure. They're actually undercover Russian agents. He stole some SHIELD intel, and they're on the run. They get chased by SHIELD agents. They get to an airfield and manage to escape in a small prop plane. Mom gets injured in the hijinks.
We see him flip the giant trailer over to show how strong he is.
Yeah. So
and run as fast as a plane.
Yeah, to show.
And cling to a plane's wing.
Yeah.
While it takes off.
Exactly. He's a super soldier.
You think he took the whole flight to Cuba on the wing? Or do you
I
think
wondered that myself.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm good, guys.
Do you think they had enough fuel to get to Cuba?
From Ohio?
We also find out that Yelena's favorite song is American Pie by Don McLean.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Cute little moment. But then, you get your high-powered opening action sequence.
Mm-hmm. They land in Cuba.
Spy movie.
Yeah. They get met by the Russian handlers, including Drakov.
Yep.
Let's see. The youngest daughter freaks out. The eldest daughter protects her. She grabs a gun. Dad talks her down. Then they get tranquilized, and they get taken back to Russia. We find out the older girl is Natasha Romanov.
And she knew what was happening the whole time.
Yeah, she knows.
She was aware of the situation.
Because she said she's so young, and then Dad says you were even younger.
Yeah. She speaks Russian.
Yeah. We get a credit sequence and a title card over Natasha and her younger sister being reintegrated back into the Red Room training program and going kind of through the events, Natasha's history with the Red Room.
Can we talk about the Nirvana?
Oh yeah, and the slow. Yes, thus our the opening tag for the podcast. Yeah, they do a slowed down version of "Smells Like Teen Spirit."
Okay, because the not so subtle subtext, maybe it's not even subtext, but human trafficking is the political message of this movie.
Yeah.
So that might be part of the song choice there.
It
was an interesting choice.
Sure.
It was.
It made
but
me
it was
think
that time period too.
the Batman,
Yes.
where they used Nirvana. What was it? Something in the Way.
Yeah.
I think not to compare apples to oranges, but this was just so very like, oh, that was it. You just slowed it down and had women sing. It's like, oh.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, that's the formula for every pop, for every movie trailer now. Like, oh my god, like even Ant-Man now is like it has Elton John and.
Well, now there's actually some interesting videos about why these songs are being chosen. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road has a lot to do with Kang, and if you think of Loki and it, then it makes a lot of sense. No Woman, No Cry was used for Wakanda Forever.
Which
supposedly they're very purposeful, but these scenes that we're seeing, they're taking place in the 90s as well, right?
The 90s through the 2000s, it seems like, because we kind of go through.
Like when the two Romanoff girls.
Oh yeah, at the beginning.
That tracks because she would be 10 years old in like 91 or whatever.
Probably a song she liked.
Yeah,
that was 95.
95,
according to the title card.
Yeah,
there you go.
So yeah, we cut to 21 years later. It's just after the events of Civil War. Natasha's being hunted by a Thunderbolt Ross for being in violation of the Sokovia Accords. She hides out undercover in Norway.
The cat and mouse thing is fun.
Yeah. She's so much better at it than he is.
Everyone is.
I liked it. I don't know if I caught it the very first time I watched it, but the second time I watched it was kind of a blur. But then the third time, it's like, oh, wait. She's on a boat the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, and it's cleverly shot to trick you into just missing it almost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think the second time I watched it was like, wait, how'd she get on the boat?
It's like, oh, she was always there. Yeah.
Always there. Anyway.
She pushes her phone or something off the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. She gets rid of the phone.
The burner, yeah.
We cut to Morocco. We meet Yelena. She's a Black Widow agent. She's hunting another Black Widow agent who sprays her with a red mist, which
convenient red mist.
The red mist, which is it's the female menstrual equivalent of a squid spraying. I apologize.
Well, come on, Red Room. I mean, we can go on and on. This
and they discuss how they
were.
They discuss how they were sterilized. Like there is so much undertone about all of this.
Not just how they were sterilized, but it does. Yes. But then even like Alexei, it doesn't even occur to him. He's like, "You guys have kids?" Like he thinks because the motherland is so great, what they did was noble, even though they were prepubescent girls. It's just all those little fucking And then Al's right, the state for the good of the state.
Yeah, this movie is 100% about.
I think they're sterilizing women in North Korea. Shh, don't tell anyone. So you know what I mean? That that motherland practice kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. But yes, and it's a red mist that frees her.
Red mist.
So she's not
to be confused with Sierra Mist.
Yeah.
No.
There is a small amount of Sierra Mist in the red mist.
In it. Well, that's the
is it Sierra Mist Red?
It's little.
That's the transporting.
it's little known that mist twist will sterilize you.
Everybody do the mist twist.
So yeah.
Which one will? Because I'd like to buy it.
I'm pretty sure any Mountain Dew will work.
I hope so.
So she's now not under the mind control. She flees the others. Taskmaster is sent after her. Meanwhile, Natasha's hiding out with the help of Rick Mason. Rick leaves Natasha with a box of mail from her Budapest safe house. She puts it in her car, drives into town after watching Moonraker. On the way, though, she gets attacked by Taskmaster.
Her generator died.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went in for petrol, as they call it there.
Those crazy Europeans.
And some aluminium, probably.
And a fuse. There was like a spark plug that went out.
Yes.
That
So she
the key
couldn't-
element.
Yes,
she
that's
couldn't
right.
Get by without
It
it.
was like, this can's empty. I'll just get some petrol while I'm there.
Yeah.
So my
Right.
question is, was that sabotaged by Taskmaster
Oh, good
to
point.
draw her out? Because in her house, she's going to be way more equipped. You know,
I
and
like
she's
the idea.
dangerous.
I like
was
the idea that
ultimately-
Taskmaster's watching her through the window, watching Moonrake.
Watching
Dad,
Moonrake.
Daddy never let me finish this movie.
She's just like, I prefer Goldfinger.
We all do.
Yeah, Natasha escapes from Taskmaster with some vials, which were in the mail from Budapest. She realizes they were from Yelena. She heads to Budapest, where she finds Yelena. They fight like sisters.
And
Do you
this,
feel like? Oh, go ahead.
as I say, this is her safe house from when she was with Hawkeye the first time.
Right.
Yeah, there are
Then-
arrow holes in the.
Yeah, exactly.
See, at
Also,
first I thought they were fighting like sisters, but then I realized neither one of them realized the other one is not under control.
Okay. Interesting.
So Yelena sees her and she's like, "Oh, you're probably still controlled by Dreykov," kind of thing, and vice versa. I don't know.
Well, but she knew she was famous as an
Yeah,
Avenger.
she was an Avenger.
True.
they
Okay.
seem to be talking like this.
Um,
It kind of reminded me of the scene in Kill Bill with Vivica and. Uma.
oh, yeah.
Fighting in
Yeah,
the
very
kitchen.
much.
Having women fight in a kitchen is interesting imagery.
Isn't it, though?
But yeah, cool scene.
Yeah, so they have to escape from a bunch of Red Room operatives. And Yelena explains that the vials are an antidote to the mind control drugs that General Dreykov uses to control Red Room agents. Natasha thought Dreykov was dead, having been killed by herself years earlier, but it turns out he's been active for many years, working outside of normal government organizations.
And inside regular. Don't we see a fake montage like a Zelig?
Yeah, at the very beginning, we see him.
He's in
with,
the room all
Condi
the time.
and like
Everybody.
who else? Yeah, everybody. From
Pee Wee
the
Herman at
80s and
Studio
90s.
54.
Bill Clinton.
Yeah, Bill Clinton, Condi Rice, Yeltsin, I think. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
The clown from It. Pennywise.
Chachi, Ralph Mouth.
All our pals from Cheers.
It's like a Sgt. Pepper's album cover.
So they get attacked by Taskmaster. Natasha and Yelena get away and escape. They're on the road. They reconnect as sisters. They decide they're going to go after Dreykov, find his secret Red Room headquarters, and take him down. They decide they need their old dad, Alexei, to help.
I love the stealing of the car thing too, because they're sitting there having a conversation, and both of them have already clocked where the keys went.
Mm-hmm. I love Yelena talking about her vest. Like, it's so sincere and sweet. Like, she's never got to own anything. So you think about it on that level. And then she's trying to justify why it's so, and then she wants her older sister to be. It's just a genuine. It's why Florence Pugh is good at what she does.
Florence Pugh is amazing, and she made Yelena instantly one of my favorite characters. Between
Same.
this and what she does in the Hawkeye series, like, I just love this character.
Well, in Hawkeye, they ramped it up to 11. Man.
Oh
It
my
got
God.
crazy.
I just want a movie with her and what's her face?
Hawkeye.
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
But I just want to see them sitting in an elevator for 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm down
That
with
is
that.
still one of the funniest things that's ever happened in the MCU.
One thing that I remembered when I was doing comic history is it's very brief, but when we meet Alexei, he's doing the arm wrestling, and he actually arm wrestles a character named Ursa Major, who is really a big character in the comics. They don't even say anything more than his name in this. In fact, he beats him. And they do mention Crimson Dynamo. I love that Yelena calls him that by mistake. He gets all butthurt. It's a Red Guardian. But anyways, they've got to rescue him.
Yeah. So they contact
Mason.
Yeah. Get a helicopter. They
ask for a jet.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
and they get a literal Cold War era
helicopter.
Eastern European helicopter. It's great.
We cut to Alexei in prison. He's arm wrestling. He gets a message from the girls that they're coming for him and a little earpiece.
I want a Red Guardian action figure.
Oh,
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, totally. It does a lot. Right?
10-inch. Does voices.
Somewhat posable.
Yeah.
I love
sounds.
it. It expands the MCU. There are action figures of superheroes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It does expand the MCU.
Yeah.
And I love his storytelling about Captain America. And
I love the questioning of the timeline.
Yeah, he breaks Ursa's arm because he's like, what year was that? I don't know, 83, 84? Captain America was still frozen. Are you calling me a liar?
But yeah, totally. Brian's right. I love. They did that a lot in Miss Marvel, the series. Like, I like seeing merch. It just makes Stan Lee's, his promise that it's our world. Like it's our world these people live in. So
yeah, absolutely. So he gets onto the roof. They show up. He escapes. There's a big action fight scene.
We get the Elena saying this is be a cool way to die.
Yeah,
she's so cool. She is getting people complain about this scene because the bullets missing her, and I'm like, she is a fucking main character in a movie. Of course, the bullets are missing her. Yeah, she didn't need to get shot for the plot to move forward.
When has Arnold Schwarzenegger been shot?
Yeah, exactly. But the whole time, she is cool, calm, collected, and cracking jokes to herself the whole time, or to her
and
sister
loving
on
it.
the earpiece.
She has a lot of great one-liners here. The one, we're both doing great here.
Oh yeah,
when she flew too low, she's like, "No, we're both doing great here."
They all come pick you up, just like casualness of everything, because they're just two girls doing their job. This is what I do.
She has that genuine Spitfire action hero quip thing that Bart Simpson talks about. That kind of, that we can probably name some male actors, some John McClane type characters, but she nails the action quip. I don't care if I die. The Jack Burtonness of it, if you will.
Yeah.
Book about him. Yeah, she's awesome.
They ask Alexei where the Red Room is. He says he doesn't know. Dreykov betrayed him and put him in prison. He tells them to go find Malina, their old mother, who's still working for the Red Room. They run out of, I put helicopter fuel.
It's technically helicopter juice.
But with Marvel, cosmic energy, gamma ray, helicopter juice, it may as well be.
Another cute moment was when they first get in the helicopter and he's trying to talk to them, and this is kind of a running gag, I suppose. He's trying to talk to them, and they've got the headphones on, and they can't hear him because he doesn't have the headphones on.
That's right.
He's trying to have a heart-to-heart.
I love that he immediately begins trying to recapture the family feeling.
Well, he tries to reconnect as if they've just been out of touch for a while. Like they just reconnected on Facebook or something. So you guys have families? Are you fucking... they're just, a lot has changed, bro. But just like a dad,
have you talked to your mom lately?
Divorce.
Does she ever talk about me?
Right.
I'm really into woodworking now.
They start walking, and again, I love the whole his bit with the so much red in your ledger. I'm so proud of both of you.
So proud.
Dripping with red.
You've both killed so many people. I'm so proud.
And the MCU generally shies away from people dying.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not trying to kill people right now. They're not out killing people for money anymore. Yelena is recently reformed. That makes them okay, good people.
Yeah.
So I think that's cool that he's saying it. And they're like, no, dude, come on. We're not proud of that.
Yeah.
Whereas when they were doing it, I'm sure they were like, yeah, man, I'm making good money.
Yeah. So let's see. They arrive to where Melina is training pigs.
Melina
is training pigs she's working for the Red Room, refining the chemical mind control process. They get kind of a family reunion of sorts.
I like when they walk up and Alexei says, honey, we're home. Just the American stereotype.
Yeah. No, the entire family reunion scene around the table, all of that is great.
All the non-family squabbling.
Yes.
The non-family squabbling.
Yeah, exactly. It's really funny. It's really fun.
And Elena being the kid sister. I didn't even say anything. Yeah.
Yes.
It's perfect.
Alexei's struggling to put on his old suit.
Yes.
Oh my God, precious. But then comes out, it still fits. Helmet, even the helmet, which he picks up whenever he leaves the room.
Yes.
And Melina says, I never washed it once.
I love how fragile the piece is at the dinner table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
like they're all having a good time for a brief moment and then things fall apart.
Yeah.
Which is fun because it leaves things unresolved for the end for them to then.
The vodka shots only last 10 seconds. That's 10 seconds of peace in your head.
Yeah.
Right?
Because
It's a lot of vodka to keep peace in the home.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. or vice. But yeah, it takes eventually somebody going, wait, this is bullshit, standing up, they're like, what's happening here?
Right. So yeah, then it turns out that Melina had alerted Dreykov. His agents arrive. They're captured, with Melina seemingly betraying them. They get taken to Dreykov's airborne fortress.
I have to admit, that was played off pretty well.
Yeah.
I thought that she sold them out.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember seeing it in the theaters and being like, what a twist, man. Here we go. All right.
Mhm.
It's a spy movie. But then they got me again. It's
Yeah.
They got me this time.
Absolutely.
Those sons of bitches.
Yeah, the airborne fortress where he keeps the widows. The old widow Riley.
In the air fortress where he keeps the widows. So matter-of-factly.
Melina frees Alexei and Yelena from their restraints. Natasha tries to kill Dreykov. She's disguised as Melina. Melina's disguised as Natasha. We figure we get that reveal.
The same technology that she used in what was that?
Oh, Winter Soldier. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fake face. He reveals
But
that
Marvel's so good about that. It's like they'll give you flying fortress and then they'll give you skin type mask. So you're already like, sure, skin type mask. I'm already on flying fortress for the widows.
Yeah.
Bless their hearts.
Well, yeah, and it's like space. We've got it. Like she mentioned, Sword.
Yeah,
She's like, I don't
space.
think the space god needs to take ibuprofen. So it's like, all right,
Yeah. I love how much she's making fun of the Avenger-ness of it all.
yeah. She was like, you're not one of the main Avengers.
And she had to recruit. She had to go to the Hulk on her own almost.
Yeah. So yeah, Dreykov reveals that Taskmaster is his daughter Antonia, who was injured when Natasha tried to kill him in Budapest. She suffered.
That was the other joke. So it was the posing and what was the other one, Josh?
The Pest and Pest.
No, the other one.
With the
I can't remember.
Oh, wait. The posing. Oh, and the ledger. Yes.
And the ledger.
Yes, yeah. Sorry.
And the
I got you.
and the Budapest. How she just can't pronounce it correctly.
Well, no, is it actually Pest? Like I think it's
No, it's Budapest.
It's Budapest.
But she said Budapest in a previous movie.
So did Hawkeye.
And then they bring it up in this.
Okay.
And Mason tries to correct her. It's like he says the Budapest place.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she's like,
She
she says Budapest.
See, I always thought
And-
it was just one of those things where like a different language's pronunciation of it was Pest. So I didn't realize.
And I think that's the joke, is that she's like, I just say it differently.
Yeah.
Like, if you're from this,
I say evosion.
Let's see. It turned the Dracov's daughter suffered severe injuries, so he had to
Facial burns.
he had to technology her up and make her the Taskmaster.
He had to put a chip in the back of her neck.
yeah, is she brain dead, or is it the chip that's making her have no personality?
At this point, we don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to
It'll
say.
be interesting to see what they make of that.
Yeah. So she's the perfect soldier. She can mimic any fighting style she sees.
But she's doused with the red mist later, and that works. So she has the same kind of thing as the widows, right?
Mm.
Yeah, but
she-
she has like additional.
She gets one
Thing.
line after she gets misted. I
Yeah.
was going to wait for that, but she's
But you're right. Also, I think Draco probably put the chip in her before he even perfected the widow stuff.
Yeah. Alexei battles Taskmaster. Melina takes out one of the facility's engines. Oh, yeah, that's right. Natasha can't attack Dracov because of a pheromone lock installed in every widow. So she breaks her own nose so that she can't smell.
I thought that was a cool way to do it too.
That was pretty badass.
if you've ever been to a con, breaking your own nose so you can't smell is a good tactic.
It's the main reason why I won't try to go to San Diego.
Well, and her breaking her own nose adds to the like falling off the roof and just hitting everything on the way down. But she still superhero lands. She is very, very, very tough. And whatever they did
durable.
to kids in her generation of the Red Room, I think is more than.
She's essential. Like, she doesn't have this, other than not having the same strength as Captain America, she absolutely has his durability.
Yeah. She has significant like enhancement as far as durability compared to.
Well, like boxers and MMA fighters, the scar tissue starts to build up over the muscle as well, and you just start to become armored to a degree.
Yeah.
Get punched in the same spots.
I love the line before she breaks her own nose. It's a callback line from the first Avengers movie. Thank you for your cooperation.
yeah.
yes.
When she's being interrogated.
Fully bound and held over a hole too.
Yeah.
Which is what reminded me in Big Trouble. I didn't bother bringing it up as convoluted, but it totally reminded me of her doing that.
Yeah.
With just like hanging on for dear life, and you're like, "Ooh, it's just exciting enough," Yeah. Anyway,
Also,
good callback.
Also, just before this, Yelena drops out of the ceiling and tries out a widow pose.
That's right.
It's like, ugh, disgusting.
Yeah, she wants
She's
to throw up in
disgusted
her
with
mouth.
herself for even trying it.
Dracov escapes as other Black Widows attack Natasha. Yelena gives them the antidote. Natasha copies the locations of the other widows worldwide from Dracov's computer as his air fortress begins to explode and fall.
Oh, and I want to point that out. Like, again, in the perfect Bond spy movie tribute, he reveals everything.
Yeah.
She sits back and lets him she sees how he opens the computer program and his ring. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
She just sits back and lets him do the man thing.
She taunts him into thinking he's in control.
Mhm.
Yep.
And trying to get him to break her nose so she doesn't have to.
And
Right.
the thing that I love about this compared to most Bond villains
she is.
revealing it is that he's revealing it through his actions and his behavior. He's just going through the motions because he's like got her tied to a chair. He knows he's safe. And she's just watching him instead of him saying, and the plan is to do this and this.
And I used a pheromone.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're showing, not telling, but it's definitely that fun
Which
of it.
is spy movie stuff, like a real spy movie. They don't lay it all out for you. Bond is just action movie.
Yeah.
Right. Dreykov never like held up his hand and said, "This ring is the key."
Well, of course not. That would be
Exactly.
that'd be stupid.
Right.
So all right.
They still have the scene.
Yes. So she gets 2 antidote vials. The 2 that aren't destroyed. She frees Taskmaster. Melina and Alexei escape on a plane while Yelena takes out the air fortress. In freefall, Natasha gives Yelena a parachute before fighting Taskmaster while they fall. So this is some Superman 2 level of falling.
Yeah, just go for it.
Just falling and falling.
How high in the atmosphere were they in this airship?
Right.
Yeah.
Cloud level.
Yes, but as we're learning, the things that people do and don't notice in the Marvel universe.
Yes.
Nobody's brought up the big giant guy coming out of the ocean again.
Yeah, and
Really?
what the hell, Shield?
Yeah,
Shield's still around.
yeah, just dropping shit out of the atmosphere right and left.
So anyways, they Natasha uses an antidote vial on Taskmaster after they land, gives the other to Yelena along with the locations of the other widows so she can find and free them.
And here we see Taskmaster is not just brain dead, because her only words are, "Is he gone?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Thus revealing that she hated him the whole time.
They missed an opportunity to make a real wacky joke, I think. That really would have fixed Taskmaster's appearance. I think give the people what they want. Wacky jokes.
Just do it. Yeah, well, would have been a good one.
Be like, oh, I'm glad I mastered that task.
All right, that's the winner so far. Glad I mastered that task.
I don't know what that even means.
Daddy's home. No, that doesn't make sense either.
Yeah. Consider this my. I crossed that task off the list.
I was adopted.
Yelena had another sentimental line when Natasha finds her. She says, "We're both upside down." That was a callback from the first scene.
Aw, yeah.
That
they
was
were-
really cute.
doing
Yeah,
the
that was
upside down
cute.
thing.
Yeah. The family says goodbye to each other. Natasha leaves with Antonia and the freed widows.
So wait, they all left with the freed widows, right? Because at first Natasha was saying,
I'm sorry.
go."
Natasha leaves and the rest of them go with the freed widows. Natasha goes off on her own.
She goes on her own because she's still technically in hiding.
Okay, so she
And
didn't
we see
wait
her
for
new due before.
she didn't wait for Ross to come get her, because it seemed like she was going to initially.
It did seem that way.
There was
And
a deleted scene where that happens.
But Al's right. He seemed close enough that it was hard to believe she got away, but she did get away.
Yeah. But to be fair, he does have face blindness.
Yeah, he does, and he moves very slowly.
2 weeks later, Mason meets with Natasha. He gives her a Quinjet. She's going to go free the imprisoned Avengers from the island.
That's when she shows her new due.
Yeah.
that she has for
the
the
blonde hair.
Endgame movie.
Yeah. Credits roll. And an after credits sequence, after Endgame, Yelena is visiting Natasha's grave when she meets Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, who tells her that her death is Hawkeye's fault.
Natasha's buried in Ohio.
Yes. Which I'm sorry, Natasha. No one deserves that.
So
Valentina makes a joke about it.
okay, I have a question. Did they go and get her body from Vormir?
Oh, that is a
That's an
good
empty
question.
I mean,
We had a
haven't seen
funeral for a bird.
Yeah, we haven't had a funeral for Natasha. Did they just leave her body at the bottom of that thing?
It had to, right? It exchanges for the stone.
I don't think.
Or
You think they're just bodies in that pool?
Clint didn't come back with it. He didn't have her body when he showed back up. So I have to assume
That's
it stayed
true.
there.
is it just a headstone?
Yeah, it's probably an empty
Just
grave.
a headstone.
Yeah.
Maybe her uniform buried. Like
Bottle of vodka.
Just a bunch of knickknacks.
Couple of birds.
A couple of.
After watching this, I had to jump into Infinity War to check out a few scenes because
You had to find the vest.
I had to find the vest. Yes, exactly. Because Yelena gives her the vest that she's so proud of.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's there.
As much as I don't want that to work, it works every time I rewatch Infinity War. I see it and I go, "Oh, look at that vest!
Mm-hmm.
The one she got from her sister."
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm so easy. I'm so shallow.
I didn't
simple.
I didn't think about it. Now I'm gonna.
That's all I can see now.
Interesting. Because there's a lot going on.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's all right. Jack Quaid, Billy Joe. Some things never change.
You know, it was either
Once
that
they're implanted.
or Scarlett Johansson's just always whistling, so they went with the vest.
Mm.
You know, after seeing her sister, I forgot I could whistle all the time.
That was another element that they would have missed if they'd done this before Infinity War.
The vest.
The vest. I mean,
They had a vested interest.
Anything.
it's just a dumb, cute thing, but it wouldn't have landed so much.
Okay, is that the reason why they lost? Was it the vest?
It might have been.
Yeah.
She had too many pockets.
Her gun got snagged at one point and butterfly affected.
Everything, out of control. I think it's interesting that this was so
invested.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that this was the first superhero movie released after Wonder Woman 84, whereas right after the initial Wonder Woman, it was Captain Marvel. It's like there's a Wonder Woman, then an MCU like female superhero movie, then another Wonder Woman, then another MCU superhero movie.
Curious.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a coincidence. This was supposed to come out before Wonder Woman 1984, but yeah. You guys ready to rank it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we kind of have all of those grouped here. We got all of our lady movies. We've got Captain Marvel and the two Wonder Womans
Makes
there.
this sound so lame.
They're all from like mid to high 20s. Wonder Woman at number 30. I know we don't necessarily have to compare it to the other female-led superhero movies.
I think it's better than the Wonder Woman movies and Age of Ultron. Yes. I would put it by Ant-Man and the Wasp, Ant-Man level. We're still in the clump of female.
I could live with that.
Do you think it's better or worse than Captain Marvel?
Oh, they're so different and important in their own way.
Yeah, and similarly with Ant-Man. I really like Ant-Man too.
Yeah.
And these are all so different. The rules are made up and the points don't matter almost.
It's true. They don't. They really don't. What do you think, Al?
He has thoughts.
I mean, yeah, around that area, I don't know precisely.
What if we just break up the
Well, none of us knows for sure.
What if we just break up the Ant-Men?
Yeah, let's do that.
60s supergroup,
and
the Ant-Men.
Women and children too.
They should be sitting together.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to have a picnic here, so I don't want that
they
many
make trouble.
Or Black Widows.
Yeah.
Or Spider-Man.
Oh my God, we've got so many insects.
Yeah, let's do it then. Ant-Man, Black Widow, Ant-Man, and a Wasp.
All right.
Eventually, we can throw a Spider-Man movie in there.
We're putting Black Widow in between the Ant-Men at number 26.
The Ant-Man.
Yeah, 60s British invasion group, the Ant-Men. That's it for Black Widow then this week. Next week on Harmless Phosphorescence, we will be watching The Suicide Squad.
Cool.
James Gunn's confusingly titled The Suicide Squad. That's next week. Until then, thanks for hanging out with us. This has been your host, Throw Smiley, and I'm going back to Ohio.
I'm Josh Cece, and I fought Captain America in 1993.
I'm Brian Lesh, just another brainwashed pig.
I'm Alaric Weber. I'm going to go fight my mirror.
I fought the mirror.
We'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.
Bye.